If you heard your own voice calling you from the forest, would you follow it? Welcome, wanderers of the weird, seekers of forgotten myths and ancient terrors. You've just stepped into another episode of Myth or Real, the channel where legends breathe again and monsters rise from the depths of forgotten scrolls. If you love unraveling the twisted threads of mythology, hit that like button. Smash subscribe. It helps me enormously and costs you absolutely nothing. And hey, in the comments, tell me, who's your favorite mythological being? A noble king? A divine warrior? A fallen angel? Or perhaps something darker? Tonight, we descend into a shadowed corner of ancient Greek mythology, a place where forgotten beasts still roam and the echoes of the past whisper through the trees. This is the tale of the Leucrocotta. The Leucrocotta, not a name that echoes through temples or epic poems, but among Greek natural philosophers and mythographers, it inspired awe and fear. This was no ordinary beast. According to early Greek descriptions, the Leucrocotta had the body of a powerful horse, with hooves like a stag, and the head of a wild boar, tusked, brutal, and with jaws that stretched from ear to ear. It had no teeth, but rather a single bony ridge within its mouth, sharp as a blade. But its most terrifying feature was its voice, or more precisely, the voices it stole. The Greeks believed this creature could perfectly mimic the speech of humans. It would hide in forests or along mountain passes and imitate the voices of loved ones, crying for help. Greek travelers and mercenaries in the distant lands of Scythia and India told of seeing this beast near the borders of civilization. Some believed it was a punishment from the gods, a creature created by Gaia herself to balance the hubris of man. Others thought it came from the earth's edge, where the physical and spiritual worlds blurred. No matter its origin, one thing was agreed upon: the Leucrocotta was deadly. Ancient hunters reported that no blade could pierce its skin, and arrows shattered on impact. Its speed was unmatched, and its intelligence disturbing. The creature's mimicry wasn't just a trick, it was a weapon. By echoing a familiar voice, it disoriented its prey. Some scholars believed it could even speak in full sentences, having absorbed the voices of those it devoured. Greek philosopher Elian described the beast as cunning and calculating. Once it learned a voice, it could lure entire hunting parties to their deaths. Villages near the borders of Thrace and beyond spoke of children disappearing after chasing their mother's voice into the trees, only for their bodies to never be found. In a rarely cited fragment from a lost pre-Socratic text, the Leucrocotta was not just feared, it was worshipped. In remote cults, its bones were used in oracles, and its tusks were believed to hold the power to see into the underworld. One priest, exiled from Athens for heretical beliefs, claimed that Leucrocotta blood could grant the drinker the ability to mimic any voice they had ever heard. She vanished shortly after proclaiming this in a Corinthian forum. What became of the Leucrocotta? Some say it was hunted to extinction by warriors blessed by Artemis herself. Others believe it never existed, a misunderstood tale from far lands warped by fear. But even in late Greek folklore, the myth persisted. Shepherds in the mountains of Epirus left offerings at the edge of forests to keep the echo beast at bay. Sailors claimed to hear voices calling from the cliffs at night. Familiar, impossible voices. Maybe the beast was real. Maybe it was never meant to be hunted, but to remind us that some voices are better left unanswered. So, myth or real? That's for you to decide. If you enjoyed this dive into the disturbing, the mysterious, and the ancient, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. It helps me more than you know, and it's completely free. And let me know in the comments below, who's your favorite mythological character? Do you root for gods or monsters, heroes or beasts? Until next time, stay curious, stay bold, and never trust a voice in the woods.